Welcome to the gate. Are you pleased to meet me? Do I hope you've guessed my name? I am the Gatekeeper. I have stood at these walls since the 60s, watching the pretenders crumble while the true believers remain. You've come here claiming to be a fan of the most dangerous band in history, the Rolling Stones. But fan is a word for tourists. A true master knows that behind the glamour, it's only rock and roll, but we like it. Here, you'll find no sympathy. I have built 5 gates of increasing difficulty. If you can pass them all, you've earned the title of Keeper of the Crimson Tongue. If you can't, well, let's just say you'll get no satisfaction. Get ready to prove your fandom. Let the audition begin. Gate 1, the London Blues. The beginning. Before they were the Glimmer Twins, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards started a blues-obsessed group in 1961. Name the original band name they used before they became the Rolling Stones. If you said the Blue Boys, you may pass. They were just kids obsessed with Chuck Berry and Muddy Waters. If this question stumped you, you're playing with fire. You'll need a heart of stone to continue. Gate 2, the Redlands Bust. The notoriety. In 1967, a police raid at Keith's house changed rock history forever. Whose fur coat was Marianne Faithfull famously wearing to hide her modesty during the bust? That fur belonged to Keith Richards, of course. The 1967 Redlands bust wasn't just a routine drug raid. It was a cultural collision that transformed the Rolling Stones from pop stars into the ultimate symbols of 1960s counterculture rebellion. In earlier years, they were perceived as the bad boy alternative to the Beatles. But just think about this stark contrast. While the Fab Four was singing about holding hands, the Stones were being hauled off in handcuffs. The Redlands bust wasn't just a routine drug raid. It was a declaration of war by the establishment. The Redlands bust demonstrated to the public that the Stones truly were outlaws. As for rock history, Mick Jagger has explicitly stated that the era surrounding these trials influenced the darker, more cynical, and sophisticated turn in their music. Now then, let's consider some of the music that followed, shall we? Gate 3, the Golden Era. The peak. I'll give you some shelter here and offer an easy clue, but this could be the last time. In 1969, the Rolling Stones released an album that many call the greatest rock record ever made. This album featured the song "Gimme Shelter." This album marks the moment when the band shed their pop star skin to become the world's most dangerous rock and roll outfit. Name it. Let It Bleed captured a generation's anxiety with a sound that remains as jagged and vital today as it was in 1969. As I say, that was an easy one, the bare minimum for an enthusiast. If you missed that, you're just loitering on Main Street. Or are you ready for the next gate? Gate 4, the French exile. Ah yes, the Great Escape. To avoid the British taxman, the band fled to the south of France to record their next record in a humid basement. Name the villa where Exile on Main Street was forged in chaos. know this, don't you? It was Villa Nelcote. This also happens to be the Rolling Stones' only studio double album. It is a masterclass in controlled chaos. The band traded polished studio sessions for a grimy, blues-drenched wall of sound. It stands as rock's ultimate document of excess, capturing the Rolling Stones at their most unvarnished, insular, and brilliantly coherent. Now then, you got that correct, didn't you? If not, Wild Horses couldn't drag you to the next gate. Gate 5, the technical soul. The sound. Keith Richards is the master of the open G tuning. He does something specific to his guitar to get that signature drone. Tell me the very simple trick Keith uses to get that sound. The answer: he only plays with 5 strings, ditching the low E string entirely.
It's that missing string that creates the space, the air that makes a Stones riff instantly recognizable from a mile away.
In his excellent autobiography, Life, Keith writes, "I found that 5 strings and the low drone of the open G tuning was the key. It just opened up the whole world of the guitar for me. You get rid of the low E string, and suddenly you're not thinking about the bass player's territory anymore. You're just playing the song." You've navigated the chaos. You've survived the gates. But now you face the final gate. The Rolling Stones are known for their longevity. The 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and on and on. There is no correct answer here, only your judgment. If you had to pick one song from each decade to best represent the Stones, which songs would you choose? Maybe it's Satisfaction from the 60s, Wild Horses from the 70s, Start Me Up from the 80s. But I want to know why your list is superior to every other list that summarizes their immortal career. This is where I find out if you really listen or if you just hear the radio. So, how did you do? Did you enter through all my gates, or are you waiting on a friend to come to your emotional rescue? Tell me your score and your answer to the final gate down in the comments. I'll be reading. I might even deign to reply. I am the Gatekeeper.
Subscribe, step up, and prove your fandom.